Ah, you're back.
I'm not sure why, but I feel restless for some reason. We managed to steal Shido's heart, but the reactions have been less than ideal. Yes, it has been quite difficult to relax. Words. Saying words right. I can do it, I promise, friends. I wonder if people will be disappointed to find out what his true nature really is. It might be more than just plain old disappointment. Either way, it's better that than let him keep deceiving people. But even if his true nature becomes widely known, I wonder what results this election will bring. Oof, man. I hope he doesn't get elected anyway, although granted, if he does, his heart's changed, maybe he'd actually do good. I guess we'll see. Although I do not remember how this Shido situation actually resolves. At all right now. All I know is the world devolves into oh boy pretty soon here. There really aren't many great politicians running, but I know anyone would be better than Shido. Anyways, let's wait for him to have the change of heart. We can talk more after that. What Akiyama-kun said. I'm tempted to go do the, I think billiards is what I need there. In order to get Haru some more points. And so I think I might do that instead of talk to Mishima. But I would also like to max out Mishima if possible, at least, because I know I've been working on him for a while. But it will go stronger. You know what? Yep, I'll do this. I'll go see him. And also, if I end up having time, I'll probably go do Takemi. But yeah.
You know, I've been thinking about what Akiyama-kun said to me.
But like, that's if I max him out and I max Haru and Futaba out because, well, actually, no, just Haru and Futaba because Takemi's also an afternoon social link. Yeah.
How I've changed. For some reason, I couldn't bring myself to run away back when I saved him. So, I was thinking why that may have been.
Did you find your answer?
Honestly, I was pretty desperate at the time, so I don't remember much. But in the back of my head, I was thinking what you would do in that situation.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you put yourself on the line to stop Kamoshida, and probably other villains too, so I thought there had to be something I could do myself.
That was courageous.
I was only acting out of fear, though. You know, I've always wanted to change. I wanted to go from the dull nobody everyone messes with to the famous world-renowned hero. But you helped me realize something important. Heroes aren't heroes because they're famous. It's because they fight for other people. Looking back on it, what I really wanted to change was the weak me. The me on the volleyball team who let wrongdoing go unpunished, even though I knew it was unjust. The cowardly me who looked the other way when people I knew were in need of help. Tell me the truth. I only changed because you stole my heart, right?
You changed yourself. You can specifically say when you meet him in Mementos, and you do not end up changing his heart. You can specifically say change yourself. So I like that this line's here.
Huh?
It's sort of a full circle thing.
Didn't make me have a change of heart?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
But you know what? It's still thanks to you that I was able to change.
At least partly. I mean, you've done a lot of self-reflecting, so you are definitely responsible, at least partly. Especially because other people alone can never be the reason for someone, another person's personal change. Like, we just talked about that with the Futaba thing, right? Anyway.
All this time, I've been looking up to the Phantom Thieves, pretending to be a collaborator, and now I'm finally able to stop pretending.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Truth
I'm
be
proud
told,
of you, Mishima.
I had given up. I accepted that I was a zero, that my existence was meaningless.
Many huggle.
But I've learned. I may not be able to change the world, but I can change myself.
Yep, and you can do things with good intentions. That'll change at least a small number of people's worlds, and that's powerful for those people, so you're doing good shit that way. And actually, Mishima, you've already done a lot of good through us, because some of these people that we've helped through Mementos requests, we would never have been able to without you. And I hope you can say something about that here, but I don't think you can. It's a thing to note. You actually are changing the world. You're helping us, at least, to change the world. Again, you brought things to our attention that we wouldn't know otherwise. And then we helped people that way. So, indirectly, you helped these people. Mishima. Huggle.
Whether I sulk about my inability to do anything, or hold my head high and look to the future.
And that's the thing, whenever you think that you can't do anything, that has to be all in your head. Look at Mishima. He clearly has everything he needs to run a website by himself. That's a lot of technical skill that goes into that. So he is very good with website stuff, which is a huge thing nowadays. It's becoming more and more important to know how to manage a website. And he's managing a lot of through traffic because the Phantom Thieves are a freaking, phenomenon, right? So, again, a lot of times I think I can't do anything. And whenever I think that, what I try to do is remember all the times people have praised me for my writing. That people have praised me for just how passionate I am about things. And this spark, this passion that I'm speaking with right now, is really important to a lot of people. It's what keeps me going. When I find people on YouTube or wherever else that are clearly exuding passion, and then I watch and listen to that stuff, it gives me life. And I think a lot of other people are the same way, to some degree or another, if not everyone. I think everyone can appreciate passion to some degree or another. And I'm really good at being really passionate about games and other things. And a lot of times I've ended up subduing that because a lot of other people didn't want to hear me blab on about it. But then I made a YouTube channel so I could blab on about it anyway. And the people that care can stay, and the people that don't can leave. It's perfect, right? I think that's part of the reason why I want to do this. And that I want to have more of an audience someday, hopefully. YouTube, God's willing, or whatever. Because I want to give people the same things, the same, power that just witnessing someone else's passion can do. Especially if you share a passion for the same thing with that person. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm so damn grateful that I even have the ability to sit here and be a nerd on my computer as well. That's a whole different, topic. Gratefulness, but... honestly, all I can really think of is the writing and the passion right now. And I think that stems from my self-esteem, because I bet you could sit there and come up with more. I'd say that I also try to be kind and outgoing, and generally, check in with people, and generally just not be a dickhead. And sometimes, things like my emotional outbursts get out of the way, some of my Asperger's and ADHD fuel anger and stuff can sometimes get in the way of that, but as much as and also, my social awkwardness and fears and everything get in the way of that, but as much as I possibly can, I'm a good person. I do good things for people. I try to treat people with respect, and I think that's really fucking important. Oftentimes, it feels like whatever you're good at, it feels really small. If you're the person... Because, it's just normal to you to have those talents and those abilities and those things that you just do that are good things. But to someone else, it can be the most valuable goddamn thing in the world. And I'm glad that I have this to listen to later when I edit this, because I'll probably need it. Because, I can always recognize this stuff if I try. But a lot of times we don't try, and it becomes really normal to think that we don't have these strengths that we have, or that they don't mean anything. But it's just, you have to change your mindset, and then it's not a problem anymore. Now, of course, that's not easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. I mean, as so many people say for very good reason. Anyway.
My perception shapes the boundaries of my world. It all comes down to what's inside my heart. I might still mess up every so often, but as long as you're here, I'll be able to stand up again.
Nah, I'm proud of you, Mishima. Hell, you'll be able to stand up again when I'm not here. And Joker will not be there, not very long from now, because it's already December. Although, granted, in my headcanon, he comes... in my headcanon, at the very least, Makoto, and definitely everyone else, he keeps in touch with them long distance, and Makoto he ends up moving in with in at least a couple of years or so, depending on their schedules and everything. And considering strikers, they're still living apart at that point, but they are definitely long-distance dating, in my headcanon. And strikers doesn't really acknowledge the romances at all, but it would take a lot of development effort to acknowledge all of them, and they can't just acknowledge some of them, so I get it. I still feel like they should, but oh well. And also, granted, there's apparently things probably later in the game that will be at least more of an allusion to the Makoto romance than I've seen so far, but it seems like the Makoto one specifically is really kind of, not really well represented right now, but we'll see.
So, I may not be the best person around, but you can feel free to rely on me at least sometimes.
Sounds good, Mishima, and hell, like, you already have been reliable for the fan site, so remember that, man.
And no matter what the world says, I'll be rooting for you. Just like you were for me.
Duh. And hell, when he says best person around, what the hell makes the best person? That's such a subjective topic. I don't think it's really even worth considering. Like, I think Mishima has the age-old human issue of comparing himself to everyone else. And also, you have extremely limited information about everyone else compared to you. Only you can know what's inside your entire brain. You cannot know what is inside the entire brain and the entire experience of everyone else. And a lot of people end up putting, their best parts out into the world and not really showing anything else. So, it's really fucking unfair to yourself to compare yourself to other people for those reasons. And it's really fucking easy to do. And I know that I'm not even close to alone in that. So, and I think Mishima really does definitely have the same challenge. But he's working on it, he's overcoming it, and I'm really glad for him. Also, the progression of these confidants always feels so very natural and human to me. And it's just a wonderful piece of art. And it's a really good therapeutic healing thing for a lot of people, the story of this game, just reading through all this. Just, growing and changing with these characters. I think it's literally a therapy. It must have been for many people. And I say that because it certainly was for me playing this game the first time. I feel a strong bond with Mishima. Yeah, I do as a player as well. Because, especially his social anxiety issues, and he's got them in spades, and so do I. Definitely get him there. Okay, we've heard this so many times this game. So. Hey, and he's maxed out, so I don't even have to worry about him anymore.
Alright.
Whatsoever, so I'm glad I went and did this. Because now I know there's another side confidant that's maxed, and I can go ahead and make some really good moon personas.
Alright.
And I can also make Sandalphon. I need to be trying to fuse those big boys, because I'm sure that with the collection I'm getting in the compendium, I bet I can fuse most of the big boys. In fact, I might try to do that next time we're in there. We'll see what I end up getting out of those.
You know what? I'm going to find you an awesome request.
Actually, my brain thought for a second that this would be one of the 3 or more fusions. In fact, I feel like it could be, but maybe not. I don't remember right now.
That's all I can
We'll
really
see.
do for you
I
right
might
now.
look up how to fuse these if it's not in that list of big boys. Hey, it's definitely helpful. You're chipping in. You're helping us out. So, and yeah, that's all you can really do. Okay, cool, awesome. You can do a good thing. That's what we should focus on, the fact that you're doing good. It's hard, yeah. A lot of times it seems very human for us to just decide that we need to be doing more all the time. But we can. It's, And the sooner we accept that, the sooner everything will be easier. There's a lot of things like that.
But I'm working on that documentary too. I even plan on making it into a book someday. I bet anyone who reads about the Phantom Thieves would find the hidden courage within themselves. Maybe that means I can use that book to change people's hearts.
I like that idea. I'm sure you will. I believe in you, Mishima.
All right, I'm on it. Oh,
Heck yeah.
but before that, I'm hungry. Come on, let's grab a bite to eat on the way home.
Priorities. Heck yeah.
Maybe a buffet?
Hell, eating is a really
Wait,
important
no,
priority for
we
humans.
should save that
and
for after I get all my
any
book royalties.
creature that actually consumes food, because there's creatures that don't, but you know what I mean.
You'd better be looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. Anyway. The special on the Phantom Thieves incident was cancelled. I heard Akechi-kun would be on it too. Yeah, it's because he's dead, or at least that's what we think that he is, but apparently, according to all the massive spoilers on the internet about Royal, he is not dead. Unless he was proven to not be dead throughout the course of 5 itself, and I just don't remember that. I heard it was to avoid causing confusion about the election. They should ignore pranks like that. They said all those awful things to make Shido-san look bad, but it makes me want to support him more. The more skilled you are, the more enemies you have. I want to see him absolve those rumors for good. Damn it. I can't believe they're still saying crap like that. It's like they're brainwashed or something. When it comes to politics, a lot of people blindly believe in certain leaders for all sorts of reasons and seem to ignore what are very clear faults of them. Donald Trump! What? I didn't say anything. What? Pisses me right the hell off. Yeah, I agree, Ryuji, for the reason I just said. No, it'll be fine. Soon he'll spill his guts and everyone will know we're right. Just wait and see. Just gotta grit my teeth until then. Ryuji hug.
Well then.
Only one thing left to do is wait for the outcome. And here we go, Haru. So let's hang out with the coffee bean. I've thought some more about Takakura-san and the company, and I've come up with a few ideas on my end. I'd like to talk to you about them if that's okay. Heck yeah, it is. Are you free today? I know this isn't the best time, but you're the only one I can talk to. Haru, hug. Yes. Wait, hold on. Do I have an Empress? Do I have a persona? I don't know. Do you remember the magic item I mentioned before? The thing that will help me show Takakura-san how I really feel is right here. The planters? Nope, it's what's inside the planters account. It's the plants, yeah.
To be honest,
You see, the soil here is a special mix made with a few different kinds of fertilizers of very high quality. Okay, so it is the soil. I didn't think soil would be the answer. It seems to be. It has good drainage and it's full of nutrients. This is the magic I need. I'm not very good at expressing myself with words. Just thinking about it makes my heart race. But I've been actually, I would disagree. Haru is very articulate at expressing her feelings. I feel. I've been pouring my heart and soul into the soil for months now. I mean, she's expressing how she feels very articulately right now. She just isn't confident about it. But if this helps her be confident about it, then more power to her. It knows exactly how I feel. And so I'm going to use it to grow my coffee plants. And once they're ready, I'm going to make coffee with the beans. It shouldn't be much longer now. Honestly, just raising those plants has taken considerable effort. I've checked on them every day, given them water, put them in the sun. But all of that love and care has found its way into the beans themselves. Combining that with the nurturing warmth of the soil should give me the perfect way to convey how I feel. I wonder what Takakura-san will think when he tries it. I just think he'll still be self-concerned about money and the company and money, and this will get me more money, so I'm gonna keep pushing your piece of shit fiance on you and try to make you give me the company so I can have more money. Yay, money! But, poor naive Haru doesn't really get that. Of course, I don't remember how this goes, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Takakura is too obviously self-serving for that. I don't want to say that though. That's the thing. I would caution her. I would border on cautioning her in real life, but I don't think that's what's gonna give me points here. It'll help him understand you.
Yes.
Yes, I fully believe in that. Haru hug. It's strange. Only recently I was struggling to find belief in anything. Haru hug. Either way, I've thought about it more, and I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to Takakura-san's idea. If that's what management decides to do, I won't get in their way. At the same time, I don't support them if their main goal is to deceive. What I mean is, people don't think of Okumura Foods very highly right now. So I'm afraid management is trying to use this new chain to sneak under the radar rather than rebuild our image. Of course, I understand how hard it is to rid yourself of a negative label. But if they want to fool people with a low-quality product instead of regaining their trust, I will proudly oppose them. And see, being honest with your business is very important, and there's so many people that live a very, very decent, very well-off enough life that way, and that is how I would like to. Whenever I figure out how to actually make money in a way that I actually want, part of that way I actually want is definitely just honesty and integrity and making high-quality shiznit, whatever that shiznit ends up being, you know. I'll be cheering for you. I'd love it to be this YouTube channel. That'd be great if I suddenly started making money off of this, or Twitch. But I'm thinking maybe it needs to be something different. At least long term, I'm continuing to think. Of course, because again, it's really just a chance-based thing if this takes off in any way whatsoever. Thank you, Haru. You know, Dergun, it's so reassuring having you here. It's because of you that I was able to cultivate this soil, and because of you that I have the courage to tell Takakura-san how I feel. Speaking of which, do you think you could be there when I do it? As long as you're with me, I won't be afraid to say what I'm thinking. Yes, Haru, I will help you! Yay!
Right.
Rank 8. Yay! There. Now then, I need to take some of this soil home to my coffee plants. Could you carry it back for me? Yeah, sure.
Goodbye.
See you later. See ya, Haru. You're a good friend. And now more Haru. I do believe all of these phone sequences were added in Royal 2. Some nice extra dialogue about all the rank ups. Hello, thank you for giving me a hand today. You're welcome. I'm already testing the soil I brought home today. I can tell my coffee plants are happy. Yeah, it's in your nature to nurture. I definitely believe that. Haru's such a warm and loving and kind person. And I'm so happy for her. And you know what? Being raised in the environment she was raised in, I'm very impressed that she turned out this way. And not anything like her father. You know? My nature? I suppose it's simply in my nature to nurture nature. A fair turn of phrase, Dergu. That's so cute. All that's left is for me to muster up the courage to express my own opinion. I believe! I'll contact Takakura-san, and I'll make sure it works with your schedule. I hope the magic item will work on Takakura-san. I'm hoping to do everything I can, so I hope you will see it through with me. Okay, bye. Bye, Haru, hugs.
Ah, you're back.
Let's do it.
Also, I just realized I don't have a Hermit or Empress persona for the two social links I'm focusing on. Whoops. So I went ahead and grabbed Kali and Komakoten here for that.